And welcome to this Thrones of Britannia Total War tournament replay. It is from the Battle of Britain tournament, best of 3. This was round 2, or the quarterfinals I like to call them. Myself versus Never Give Up. So Never Give Up was playing as Northumbria, I was playing as the Normaunds. Let's see how this one goes. So Northumbria, it's a tough faction. He's taking 6 berserkers, 4 spearmen. He's got a sword general, 4 archers, and 4 scout cav units. So he's quite heavily upgraded those scout cav. In fact, his spears are upgraded and his berserkers are upgraded. Myself, I've got a cav general with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spears, 4 axemen, 4 crossbowmen, 1 scout cav, and 3, 4 different cav. I think there's 1 scout, 2 elites, and 1 general cav. I do like the Normands as a faction. Basically though, if you look at those 2 armies, if he gets into the meat of my army, I will be defeated quite heavily. This is the Battle of Clocher. Is this in Britain? You're not going to... There's none of that nonsense over here. The Battle of Clocher. So, what we see, got my general, the Norman Millets, and a Norman horseman and Norman knights on that flank, with scout cavalry and Norman knights on that flank. I'm moving forward with my Flemish crossbows, and my Norman male spearmen come next, and then at the back I've got my Norman axemen. My foe, Never Give Up, sending 2 scout horsemen. I don't really want to take that engagement yet. He's firing on my crossbowmen. My crossbowmen, even though they've got a slower rate of fire, will do quite a lot of damage. Not only to these quirl archers, but also to the berserkers. Now, they're the ones I really want to destroy. If I can get rid of these berserkers, my army is overall stronger than his. It's it. And that's what he's doing. He's charging forward with his berserkers. For some reason I'm still firing on the quirl archers. They are not my prime target. The problem is, this is a frontal. And that is his power. So suddenly, all this back, which was linked, has been separated from the things. So what I'm doing now is sending a couple of spearmen forward just to tie up the rush. Give me a bit more time to shoot up these Oscars. Berserkers, not Oscars. I've managed to charge into his light cav here. My spears will beat his spears, but I am a little bit worried that my Norman knights have exposed them to these spears, which I don't want. I want free reign. I managed to get a rear charge on his general, so that was good. I'm going to try and hit these missiles now, but I need to stop these cav units from coming in. And that was poor play by me. I think I managed to get on one of them. But the scouts, they're taking they're running away. He's taken out my front line that I'd used to slow him down. There go the first of his archers. There goes the first of his cav. Scout horseman, another unit gone. he's starting to lose his bowman. Another key unit. If I'm going to kite him, I need his cav gone, I need his bowman gone. The rest of it, I'm not too worried about, but any extra units can get rid of are a bonus. There goes another cav unit. It will come back, but it's so depleted, I'm not that worried about it. But this is why I was willing to stick my general in for a bit longer to see off that cav unit. So he's engaging my axes. I managed to keep one axe completely out of trouble, but I've pulled my army way back. What I really should be doing is splitting off now and getting behind him at multiple angles, but it takes a lot more micro than necessarily I've got. And again, we're getting rid of these units at the back. He has now got very little mobility, and his missile forces have almost all gone. No, they have all gone. So no cav, no missiles. Oh, spoke too soon. He has got a very weak scout horseman, so that I want gone, and it's routing at the moment. Hopefully that will shatter. And what we see, my crossbows are intact. I've done a bit of damage on the enemy. I like those spearmen to be gone completely, so I'm sending my general after them. A unit of spearmen are here, taking a bit of pounding. I will lose this mailed spear, but it's done its job. It's protected the horses. So what he's now got is he's allowed this unit to become isolated, which will just make it easy for me to do what I really want to it. Like I said before, I do not wish to engage. I want these to be rear shots really. I'm not getting the most from my crossbowmen, but there we go. They are damaging. He is going down. Even berserkers won't enjoy that. Well, General, that was a bit risky of me. He's fighting a spear unit. No real need. Another charge on his general, who is routing. There we go, so that berserker unit is now down to 14 men, and he is wavering. Does not enjoy this. So as powerful as they are, they can be routed. I've seen that his general's routing, but I'll get an added morale bonus if I can kill him. Or he'll get an added morale penalty, I should say. And so from a very scary... There we go. From a very scary position of facing all those berserkers, suddenly he has all but one of the berserker units left. But they're not threatening me. In point of fact, I am didn't really need to take this fight. And definitely should not have taken that fight. There we go. We're back to shooting them down with my missile units. A nice little wrap around there. Look, wrap around the units there. And the thing for my opponent is he cannot catch my crossbows. He cannot catch my cav unless I make a mistake. I can keep doing this until my ammo runs out. And there's only so much punishment the berserkers can take. So I'm getting whittled. This one's down to 9 men and is not enjoying the fight at all. So he's routed. And then there was 4. Getting some nice side shots on these guys. Down to 17 men. So he's got 170 left, but they are powerful. They're expensive. There's a couple more men got shots. And as he's chasing my cav, he's just exposing his back to more bolts from my crossbows. My biggest risk there was shooting my cav in the back. But this is the difference between tournament battles and the ladder battles, because in the ladder battles you're gonna get the majority of players are just gonna rush with berserkers because they are OP. They get into melee, they're gonna tear up whatever they meet. But in tournaments, people play different. You've got a different caliber of player. That's not to say ladder players cannot play well and cannot do well in tournaments. It's just that they're not used to people trying different things out. And this was possibly the first time Never Give Up had bumped into a kiting build. I'm not sure, but he hasn't mastered yet on how to what he needs to do to stop this thing from happening. And that goes back to the army build phase. So he built an army that if it got into infantry melee would win, without a doubt. But he didn't build an army thinking, well, how can I stop them from moving about the battlefield and do as they will, because scout horsemen are not going to be heavy cav. With spear support they can, and so that was useful for him. But if at any point it had looked like he was going to catch my missile units, this cav could have engaged and just block them off and then run away. So here goes the master out. It was a good game to my opponent never give up, and he certainly did not give up. Pyrrhic victory. And my MVPs, so my general did well, and this Norman male spearman. My cheap axes, not convinced by them. Crossbow is okay, and my cavalry, some of them did very well. Okay, for my opponent, yeah, the berserkers, as you would expect, getting the kills, but they're only really getting the kills against the things that I fed to them. His cav, his missiles, and his spears, and his general not really performing. So good game. Thank you for watching. Take care.